Just happening to see the rolling beans on the table, everyone instantly got a bad feeling, because this was enough to indicate that their outpost had begun to tilt. If they didn't intervene quickly, the guys would eventually lose their lives right here. What's worse, the soldiers who were supposed to come for the shift change were already 3 months late. The supplies at the outpost were already running low at this point. If things kept going like this, it wouldn't be long before they ran out of food and water. Right when everyone was sinking into despair, the lookout, Little Black, suddenly made a joyful discovery. A ship was slowly approaching in the distance. No need to wonder, this had to be the long overdue relief soldiers. But before she could even get excited, the captain felt like there was something fishy going on. This is because under normal circumstances, the relief soldiers would definitely contact the base using the radio before arriving. However, the sentinel in charge of communications hadn't picked up any signals at all. Worried that the other side might be terrorists, the captain immediately pressed the alarm button. The stalwart soldiers immediately geared up, ready for battle at any moment. The female soldier in charge of communications kept using the radio to order the other side to identify themselves, or else they would be immediately shot and killed. But even after issuing such a harsh warning, the ship still didn't respond. Seeing this situation, the captain, who was originally about to order to open fire, suddenly changed his mind. He took out a pistol and gave it to Little Black, telling him to drive the small boat and check it out himself. Although Little Black was extremely reluctant, the military order was absolute. He had no choice but to follow the command, slowly driving the small boat toward the ship. Soon, Little Black arrived at the ship. For safety, he quickly cocked his pistol first and then stepped aboard the ship. But strangely, he couldn't hear anyone speaking on the ship. Even so, Little Black decided to search the ship first. He casually turned off the walkie-talkie on his waist to prevent any unforeseen danger. Little did he know that this small action of his would almost bring a disaster that would wipe him out, because at this time, the captain on the outpost suddenly lost Little Black's signal. After calling out a few times, worried that his teammate had already met with disaster, he quickly returned to the control room and immediately activated the outpost's most powerful weapon, ready to launch an attack on the ship at any time. However, Little Black, completely unaware of this, discovered the combat uniforms of 4 soldiers in a room. But the bad news was that there was no sign of anyone here. Fortunately, there were a lot of supplies here, enough to support them for a while longer. Since he had been starving for a while, he couldn't resist and immediately started stuffing his face. Little did he know that at this very moment in the outpost, the captain had already entered the code for the nuclear weapon.
Sullivan, imperative you respond.
Sullivan, we've gone live. Repeat, we've gone live. Go in here. All clear.
Everyone finally breathed a sigh of relief when they saw this. The captain ordered Little Black to tow the ship over and then immediately confiscated his weapon. Little Black, still shaken, couldn't help but curse the captain to express his displeasure with the captain to keep it less literal.
Fucking lunatic.
The captain quickly downloaded the nautical log from the ship, wanting to study what exactly was going on once they returned. Meanwhile, another soldier who had been sick of this place quietly found Little Black after everyone was asleep, wanting to conspire with him to steal the ship and return to the mainland. For the two of them, who had been there for over 2 years, this was undoubtedly an excellent opportunity. However, the next day, when the two came to the ship to check the engine, an accident happened.